Good morning. It's 8:30. I'm down the boatyard. First one here, obviously. I got a day of jobs, and I got to get this boat ready to get on the water in the next 2 weeks. Yeah, it seems like I haven't posted for a while actually. So obviously I've been doing stuff in the background, but a couple of boring things. So I haven't really shown much, but I'll show you what I've been up to anyway. Yeah, let's see how today goes. So, welcome to the chaos. I'm still in the middle of kind of doing stuff on the boat. So I've left all my tools on here and stuff like that. So it's a bit of a mess, but hey ho. Problem being down the boat first thing in the morning is you've still got all that morning dew. So yeah, everything's a little bit wet. One of the things I want to do today is to rub down my teak with some fine kind of some fine 400 grit, like wet and dry or whatever, and then give it another coat of teak oil. But at the moment, obviously, it's still a bit damp, so I'll do that around midday once the wood starts to dry out a little bit. But I've got some other things I can do. First thing, I bought 2 new batteries. So I bought myself a little leisure battery and a starter battery, which should kind of crank this engine over without me having to bring my my battery starter all the time. I did. My brother, in all fairness to him, thank you, did try and kind of like restore my batteries by putting them on a pulse charger, but they weren't still kind of like. Yeah, they weren't. Yeah, it wasn't great after that, and I think they're pretty old anyway. And I think they were the ones that actually came with the boat. So God knows how old they are. So I thought, right, I'm gonna go and get myself some batteries. So I did that. Luckily I spoke to some of the guys down in the club, and they said to try online car battery websites rather than going to other places, because I'd been to another well-known automotive shop, let's call it Flower Floods, just so I don't get sued, and they were like twice the price of what I paid for these. I bought the 2 of these ones for less than 200 quid, including delivery, which is pretty much next day delivery. So I thought that was absolutely fantastic. And then when I looked online with Flalfords, we could see that it was like, you know, the same, what I bought for like nearly 100 quid was almost like 215 there. So I was like, well, I'm not paying more for if I'm getting the same product, so it's just ridiculous. So yeah, okay, good. Right, let's swap these batteries over and let's see what's the next job is to do. Out with the old and in with the new. Let's hope they work. Well, it's hotting up. That's the battery's done anyway, so I will just show you now. So that's in there, all done and dusted, plugged into the solar panel here, so that's being trickle charged. And then in this side then, my starter battery is there and done and dusted as well. So yeah, I had a loose connection on the solar panel, so I took that off, put some new wires on there. So that's all done, and it is now showing me lights on there, so that's good. Right, on to the next one.
dream out of coffee stained nights. Blueprints scribbled under pale street lights. Rust on my sneakers from endless climbs. Chasing tomorrow through borrowed time. Trumpets of progress, they shout from the skies. Echoing futures where ambition lies. Bold steps forward, no fear in our stride. Start up the rocket, and we're ready to fly. Crowds laugh loud at the wild ideas. Broke down doors, but ignore those tears.
So I found a crack in my rudder, just like this. I think it was when it was grained in. There was a lot of pressure on the back of the rudder and it must have just cracked a little bit of it. So I've had to do a repair. So that's all sorted now. Ready for a coat of or two of anti-foul. So I'll do that now and back in a bit. And there you go, 2 coats of anti-foul later and she is done. So awesome, yeah. Next I need to do the bottom of my keels because I've left them looking like that, so that's not great. So I'm gonna get those done quickly and then I'll probably find something else to do. That's another one off the list. Right, so as you saw last time, this has all been rubbed down now with like a 400 grit, re-oiled, so that's nice and smooth. Sails are on. I need to sort my rigging out, so I'll sort that out now. So my mast came down. I can't remember what I was doing with the mast, but it had to come down for something. Yeah, why was my mast come down? Anyway, the mast came down, and then when we put it back up, you can see there. It's just not. It's not what you really want. So it wasn't like that when it came down. When the mast came down, when I went back up, that backstay should be able to do that. But what I've noticed as well is when you look at the mast, it's kind of hanging back a little bit. So, and my my forestay is a little bit, got a bit of a sag in it. So I'm just gonna go up to the forestay, and then all it is a matter of, I'll show you now. Just a matter of, on this, just under the drum, twisting this thing here with a screwdriver. That goes through there, and that just twists clockwise to pull it tighter. I'll spin that a little bit, tighten up the 2 securing screws, locking screws on that, locking nuts, sorry, and then that should tighten up my backstay and also bring the mast a little bit forward, if that makes sense as well. So that's the theory. Practice, hey, everything once, right? Done. So I've tightened up that forestay. The backstay is now much tighter. So if we kind of have a look out here, you can see now that like I can't squeeze those together. So so that's all sorted. So that was done, and then I went up onto deck and did all my other rigging, tighten those up. Like I say, I kind of guessed it. It's got a bit of tension on it. They're not like obviously really tight. They need to flex a little bit. But you can buy a tension measurer, a loose tension gauge or whatever it's called. But I went looking online for those the other day, and they're literally hundreds of pounds. So I was like, there's no point. There's no point for that. So I made a bit of a guesstimate. But yeah, it all seems to be solid now, and yeah, good to go, I think. So I think all that's left now is to clean down the boat, because it's just bogging at the moment, and I need to put a little bit of coat of varnish or something on the transom of my tender, bring my outboard down when we go in, because this is being filmed on Friday afternoon, and in Sunday morning at 6 o'clock we're craning in, so this is exciting times. So yeah, cool. Let's I'll show you what else I've kind of been doing in the background, so you can just see what I've been doing whilst I haven't been online. So over the winter, like I say, you saw me kind of doing all the teak and sanding that back. Like I say, it's got a 400 grit on it now, so it's nice and smooth. A couple of coats of oil on that, so that's looking nice. I shifted these from the middle to here, so that's all sorted. So that's done. Yeah, because they were here, they were on the back of there, and now I've shifted them through there, so that's done. So I've got my ladder, so that's all solid. That's all the way through with nuts and bolts and what have you. And then this has gone back on, and then after a couple of comments, you were right in what people were saying, that I'd put in self-screwing kind of like bolts, thinking that they were going to hold, but then obviously holding that 5 horsepower outboard, and thinking to me, I don't know if I trust it to kind of like not fall off the back of that. So I re-drilled all the way through the transom, through the back, and I've just got put three lots of thread and bolt all the way through, with washers and everything. So that is solid as it comes. So that's what I got now. So I've got that outboard holder just in case. It's also tidy, just in case the engine goes or something like that. I've always got that outboard then to go on the back of that. Another thing I've got is that it's a holder then for the for my outboard. So win-win. So I think, apart from cleaning up this little grubby girl, she's ready to go in. So bring on Sunday, and yeah, so I will catch you guys soon, and I will see you next when I'm on the water. So cool. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, give me a follow on my TikTok and Instagram as well, and yeah, take it easy and see you soon, guys. Take care. Bye.